We're at the 2023 European Championships for the 49er FX, and we're with Annette Duetz and Rebecca Netzler in the FX fleet from the Netherlands and Sweden, and we're going to be talking about injury recovery. Annette, just before the World Championships this year, you had an injury, and you worked your way through it. You won that World Championships in a very spectacular fashion. You guys won that World Championships. Yeah, so that's right. Well, confused between the two of you. But you did great, recovering from your injury. And you had a back injury maybe some time ago.
Yeah, in February.
And what we wanted to talk about was there are some cultural differences in terms of the way people treat injuries. I know that in the United States, they go right to surgery. Other countries too, in terms of sports teams, that's really a big solution. But maybe, Annette, we'll start with your knee injury. Tell me briefly what the injury was, and then what were your options for recovery?
So I had a tear in my MCL, so one of the ligaments in my knee. And I think this injury, unless it's like completely ripped, I think at least in Netherlands, you don't need surgery for it to recover. So it just recovers sort of automatically if you give it some rest. But I think the main good thing was from the Netherlands that they told me, like, if you sail with a brace, the chances of injuring it more are really low. So that was the good thing for me, that we at least could be sailing at the World Championships.
Cool, and that took some time from when you had the injury to when you competed at the Worlds. How long was that?
I think 10 days.
Oh wow, it was really short.
Yeah, it was really short.
And do you feel like in the aftermath of the whole thing, are you still feeling a little bit of the injury? This is a couple months later.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Mm-hmm. I think we took some time off and focused on recovery for me after World Championship. Mm-hmm. But it's 90% better, but it just takes some time.
Cool. And Rebecca, you had your back injury.
Yeah.
What caused that? And did you have a lot of opinions coming your way in terms of how you should deal with your back injury?
Yeah, I just heard a lot of people had the same problem and everyone treated it different. So I had gut disc problems, and I was laying in the hospital on Lanzarote, and they were like, yeah, you need to fly home and get an operation. Well, then I came to Sweden. I was a bit scared for the operation. I was like mentally prepared. Then I came to Sweden and they were like, no, just wait 3 months. We do the rehab work and then we see if it's healed. It will not be perfect, but it wouldn't be perfect with the operation anyway. Mm-hmm. So we just work on the rehab and then, yeah, it worked out fine.
Cool. And for right now, is there anything that either of you do differently in terms of the way you manage your physiology, the way you manage your stretching, your routines, now than before your injury? Maybe we'll start with you and then.
Yeah, so I've changed quite a lot. So still I'm not running, which I was running, not a lot, but I was running before. And now I'm not allowed to run still. It's not even a year since the injury, and that is a lot of impact on the spine. And then I'm also not lifting any barbell or doing any barbell training, just a lot with the body and doing with T-Rex and doing like other spine-free training to not put so much weight on the shoulders, and that is not necessary also for like sailing.
Cool. And how about for you, Annette? Anything that you're either staying away from or doing differently in your preparations now?
For now, because it's not completely healed, or like at least I feel uncomfortable, a lot of things which I like to do, like playing squash or being really like running around still. But I think that will come again. But also I've had a few injuries last year. So we really focus in our program as well to stay injury-free instead of always trying to be the strongest, but just to minimize losing sailing days, actually.
Yeah. Train smarter,
yes.
Not harder. Great. Well, thank you both. Good luck. Sorry about that mess up. You did win this year, and you got second last year to you guys. So, but it's awesome to watch you guys battle it out on the water, and it's good to see that you're friends too. So, thank you so much.
Thanks.
So, cheers.